going on, guys? So it's the next day. I know I haven't filmed since the first startup of the car, and the reason being, I was gonna film a little bit yesterday, but I was just really down and out and didn't really want to film nothing. It shot a code. The code was P0341.
It's a pretty bad code.
Yeah, it's probably one of the worst codes that you can get for these cars. So basically, she's 90% sure that the car is out of time.
Right.
And if it's not out of time, the chain is stretched. Something's wrong with the timing on this car, and that's not good.
Basically, yeah. So put the new tensioner in, align the marks on the top cams on the VTC actuator and the exhaust cam horizontal. The thing I didn't do though, to reassure myself, there's two things I could have done. You have your top dead center on cylinder number 1. You use the little like extension or a bar or something, and you could see it raise all the way to the top. Or you can check the harmonic balancer, but I can't see down there. So like I tried using my phone and getting a light out. So I'm thinking it may be off either a tooth or two, maybe 3 tops, or possibly, I don't think it's chain stretch because he has so much tension on this thing right now that it's not even like
the chain is
even
really
when we
tight.
rotate it, you know.
And the only thing that sketches me out about it being so tight is that when you rotate the crank, there's a lot of pressure on it.
Yeah, there is.
And when you were saying how when you rotated your crank, when you first put your,
I still had slack.
Yeah, you still had slack.
I still had slack on mine, so that's why I'm so confused on basically what's going on right now. Another thing that can contribute to this is we did mess with the valves. So I don't know if maybe a valve or something is out of spec, maybe too tight, but it feels like there's restriction upon rotation basically. So we're trying to pinpoint this. Yeah. We're in kind of a pickle, a shit pickle. But I think we'll work through it. Honestly, we're going to try doing the tensioner over again. Basically, we're going to do up top, I'm going to remove the top guide here, 2 12mm bolts, and then somebody's going to hold the chain on the top, basically, and I'm going to rotate the cams so that the punch marks are horizontal across from each other, how I did mine, basically, and put the tensioner back in and pray for the best. We got to try to lock the back of the cam pulse plates. There's a hole in them. You can't really see it, but if you use an Allen wrench or alignment pins, we can lock those into place.
The only thing I'm worried about in terms of the chain is what I'm thinking is when we take off this top guide and we pull the chain up, it's still gonna be on these gears right here, the VTC or the camshaft gears. And what I'm thinking is we might have to actually pull the chain off completely and hold tension up top.
Basically, dude.
And we got the guides in the way, so hopefully we don't got to mess with the guides at all, and hopefully it doesn't come off the bottom sprocket. So we're gonna go ahead and attack that. I'm gonna go take off the tensioner right now.
Never had to deal with a code like this before, but anything with cam phase and like timing shit, that's like, it's a serious deal. And I just told him to kill the car. Basically, he started the car, popped the light on, and I was shocked. I was like, dude, what the hell? I was 99% sure this car was in time, but I don't know if something moved or whatnot, but we got to figure this out, dude, you know?
Yep, so basically, as he was saying, we're going to make sure it's TDC. Piston is all the way up, and then we're going to take the chain off and get the 2 slash marks lined up there. Hopefully it goes good. It's also kind of unfortunate because my tensioner was like, my old one was literally mint. This motor, I just got it put in like 20K miles ago. Not even, like 10, 15K. And it was refurbed. So I'm assuming this might even be a new chain and a new tensioner. Who knows? But anyways, it was mint. I shouldn't have even messed with it. But you know what? Can't really go back now. Just gotta keep going forward. But I'm definitely not giving up on this car. I put way too much time, effort, and as you guys know, a lot of money has gone into this car.
All right.
So we're gonna go ahead and try and fix her.
Yep.
So basically, we took the tensioner off again, and we zip tied it different. We did it differently this time when we took off the tensioner. We put zip ties around here, around this guide, and basically just attached her onto this bolt right here for your front mount, which is we just took out, and I'll explain why. And we took a zip tie and took tension on this side of the guide as well, or the chain, and had some tension up here. And basically, what we come to find out is, which we didn't want to find out, which I kind of had a feeling this was going to happen, but we don't have enough slack to get the chain off. As you guys can see, there's no slack whatsoever.
So she's out of time, basically.
Yeah, car's out of time. And
sucks, dude.
Yeah, it sucks. So gonna have to full send it and take off the casing. And basically, I guess this car is gonna get a new timing chain, new guides, and
pretty much what happens, yeah, when you're out of time. This is my first time dealing with this. Unless you take the cover off, there's no way in hell you're gonna get it back in time. So, I mean, we tried a couple different things. I can't get the back guide to fold back down far enough because it's hitting the chain cover. So I can't get slack on the back side of the chain. I thought I was going to be able to lift this chain off, ideally both cams, the exhaust cam and the VTC actuator, but there's so much tension on there still, even with the tensioner off, because it's hitting the back of the chain cover. So the only way to do this is really to take the cover off, and it's the safest way to do this. So shout out to Phil, Jim, all you guys who recommended doing the cover and stuff, because it's the most ideal way in my eyes.
Guess we're full sending it, guys. Stay tuned.